So it's very fair to say that 2021 has not started as well as 2020 finished off. You can see that since the last time we were together at the back end of the last calendar year, we've got 2 draws and a loss so far. So that run of form that was really, really positive at the back end of last year has kind of died off a little bit. That happened because of a few injuries. We had a suspension in the middle of it. Lots of reasons for it. And then we just lost the momentum having had that winter break, which was disappointing to say the least. But as we speak, we're going to play Schalke today. They're in 8th. If we go to the table, you'll see that we're sitting in 7th. If we win today, it takes us back onto 40 points, which was put us right up into the top 3. And it would also give us a really good gap between us and losing any form of European spot, which is kind of the next thing that I'm trying to focus on. If we can find one of these Europa League spots, I'll be ecstatic by that. If we could even find our way into the Champions League, well, I'll be completely amazed by that, but it's still possible. But what I want more than anything at this point in the season is I'll be happy with a top 10 finish. I'll be really happy with a Europa League. I'll be ecstatic with a Champions League. So we'll see where in that we finish. But, you know, it looks as though at the moment our form has dipped slightly. So what are we going to do about it? Well, today, as I say, we play Schalke. It's an away game. They're a tough opposition sitting in sort of roughly where we are as well. So we're quite evenly matched, I would hope. So today I'm going to attempt to outpass them and keep the ball away from them as much as is possible. So we're going to use our controlled possession style of play today. And if that changes, we can always, if that doesn't work, should I say, we can always change as the game progresses. But that's what we're going to do. Let's go in and have a look at the team for today. So for the first time in what feels a little while, we've got everybody back. Everybody's fit and healthy and able to play. Just a couple of little notes to make you aware that Aguza is still unhappy because he's not getting enough game time. Although, you know, the simple reality is when he has come in, he hasn't played well enough for us. So that's been a problem. So we'll have to continue to monitor him and see where that leads. The only other thing to say is David Searsleben, who is our young central defender, who is a bit below all of the attributes of the rest of our defenders. He's only 18. I was hoping that I would be able to develop him and bring him through, but to be honest, if you have a look at his stats, his main problem is that his determination is only about a 4 or 5, and it just means that he's not able to really move forward. I've tried everything that I can in terms of trying to personally train him and other bits and pieces, and it's just not working in the slightest. And to be honest, he's got a bit of a bad attitude because he's got lack of determination, so he's not bothered. He doesn't train well, all sorts of things. So in the end, we made the decision that his contract's up at the end of the summer. At the end of this season, should I say, before the summer. So I'm going to let him go because he's just not good enough for what I want moving forward. So that's unfortunate. Aguza is unhappy, and Hilsner, to be honest, is just not of the quality that we need anymore. He was good when we were in the Bundesliga 2, but now not so much. So I put him on the transfer list, tried to get rid of him over the winter transfer window, but it didn't quite work. Nobody was particularly interested, so we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, we're now in February, it's February 7th, and as I predicted at the back end of last episode, nothing happened transfer-wise. We haven't got any money to spend, we haven't got any money for wages at the moment. We're all sort of tightly knit on what we've got currently in terms of our finances compared to what we're paying out already. So there was nothing I could really do, and really I didn't really want to do much either, because at the back end of last year, calendar year, as you saw, the team were playing really well. So I'm hoping that as we move forward into the second half of the season, these sorts of relationships will get better, and the green lines will start forming, and that will help us move forward again in terms of what we're capable of. So that's what we're looking for in the second half of the season. Today we've got Schalke. The normal first choice team now is out, so we've got Greitbust in goal, Cruiser at right back, Heiss at left back, is now Omaru and Kempf in the centre of defence. Lucas Silva plays as the deep-lying playmaker, El Neni plays as the central midfielder on support role, Marin plays as the attacking Metzala, Dil Rossen on the left, Hahn on the right, and Batshuayi up front. We'll see how we get on today against Schalke. So 2 things to note. One, they're playing a 4-4-2 formation, so hopefully that controlled possession style of play that we've got with our 3 central midfielders, hopefully that's where we can keep the ball from them, and you know, hopefully the shape of our team will help us in trying to find a way to beat Schalke today. But of course, with 2 up front against our 2 central defenders, maybe that's an area where they can exploit. So we'll have to look at that one. And the second thing to say is my team talk was passionately just to say the media have given you lots of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. It's time that we tried to find a win from our games since we come back from the winter break, and hopefully today's that day. A couple of motivated people, so we'll see whether that has a positive impact on the game as we go into it. So we're away from home, we're going to try and keep possession. Our possession stats hopefully will be high. We'll try and frustrate them a little bit, use the extra man in the centre of midfield to keep the ball, and hopefully come up with a positive result at the end of it. But, you know, this is football and Football Manager, and who knows what will happen today. Here we go for a highlight down our left-hand side. Dilrosun runs at his defender, passes it into Batshuayi, who holds it up at the edge of the area. Cruiser out right, Hahn to El Neni on the edge of the box. We're working it forward for a shot, and Marin on the long shot. Again, is something I keep repeating, and we've been doing ever since this particular save started. On the edge of the area, we've got a couple of people like Marin who have got a brilliant long shot, and occasionally they show up and show it. And here's a nice passing move, lots of patience as we want in the controlled possession, and then Marin on the turn with his right foot curls one into the far corner of the goal, and it was a lovely strike. 1-0 up, 12 minutes gone. That's a really good start, and that's what we're looking for. Lots of controlled possession. You saw it moved from left to right and then central again, and eventually we found an opening. And yeah, perfect, great start. Let's see what comes next. So we're at 37 minutes, and here's another highlight. Their cross comes in off their free kick, and a follow-up strike, and they miss the follow-up strike. It goes wide. To be honest, there was about a half-hour period there, 25 minutes, where literally nothing happened. No highlights, nothing came about. You can see in stat terms we're keeping the ball quite well, but they've had more shots on goal. It's been a bit of a dull game, really, other than the fact that we got an early goal, which was really positive. But this is what happens with the controlled possession. If you can get an early goal, now we can keep the ball, try and frustrate them, and see if we can hold on to the win, if nothing more. Obviously, you know, we could try and attack more, or we could try and hold it more in terms of going for a more defensive structure. But at the moment, I'm quite happy that we're looking comfortable, because whilst they've had a few more shots, they haven't had any highlights. So therefore, that would suggest it's a bit of a dull game. Maybe we'll hold on to our 1-0 win. But let's see what we can do in the half-time team talk. Let's go with assertively. Don't get complacent out there. That's the one I want, just to keep them all on their toes and keep them motivated, and that's what's happened there. So that's really positive. They've got positive spirits. Great. So we can go into the second half. Hopefully there'll be 1 or 2 more highlights for us specifically in this half than there were in the first half. As I say, you know, we got an early goal and then held on to it for the remainder of that half, with only 1 highlight for them that came to nothing. So not bad. But here they come immediately on the off the kickoff. Did that incident happen in the penalty area or on the edge of the penalty area? We'll see. I suspect it might be inside, and if that's the case, we might have just given a penalty away. We'll see what the ref has to say about it after he's reviewed it on VAR. Here we go. There wasn't a foul. Brilliant. Excellent. I was a bit concerned then that we might have given away a cheap goal fairly early on in the second half, but not the case. So well done, Kempf, I think it was then, who obviously stopped their attack at that point. Well done for not giving a penalty away and going in 2-footed or anything. We like that. So what's happening now? We've got still pretty much the same. We're having less shots than they are, but we're having decent possession, which is what we want. Everybody's fit and healthy, which is positive. It's a bit of a dull game, but I'm okay with that because we've got the goal. So 65, 66 minutes gone. We'll make a couple of changes in a minute and just see whether we can get some more fit, healthy players on the pitch just to run down the last 15 minutes or so. Let's do that now. So what have we got? We've got a couple of poor ratings in our attacking play, so we'll change them. Don't really want to change anything further back. So yeah, let's concentrate on these three, I think. So we'll take Batshuayi off of Barbosa. We'll put Bertram on the left, and we'll put Hadji on the right. All of these three players have come in and done pretty well when they've played recently. So it's not a bad group of players to be able to change round, and it just in any way that we can get the ball forward, it gives us an extra threat moving forward for the last little bit of the game because of their extra fitness, hopefully. But the highlight comes to them off one of our long throws. They find the ball and pump it forward to an attacking player, and eventually they get a corner from it. Can we defend the corner? Can we clear the corner once we've defended? We do. We cope very well. The initial header goes to the edge of the area. They get it back in again, but our goalkeeper takes that with no major problem. It wasn't a decent effort, really. Very simple for the keeper. That's a good stop, though. Well done, Greitbust. So we'll see what the next opportunity brings. Here we go for our corner kick. It finds its way to Marin on the edge, who goes back out to Bertram, who took the corner in the first place, into the box, and that's a lovely strike again from Marin. A little bit of pinball in the box. I think El Neni was involved there, possibly, and eventually it found its way to Marin. Here we go there. So Marin's outside the box. Watch his run as he moves into it. There he goes. So he's now in space. Nobody followed him in, and eventually the ball finds him and he pokes it home. Brilliant, lovely move. And that gives us a real cushion for the last 10 minutes of the game. 2-0 up, comfortable, I would say. Schalke haven't really done too much to worry us so far. Whatever comes in the last 10 minutes, I think we've got this one, which is really positive. I'm happy with the general way people are playing. Look, the ratings are good. Everybody's in a 7. These substitutes, obviously not quite, but they might get there given enough opportunity. Here we go again on a long throw. Heiss with a long throw comes to the edge of the box. We lose out on the edge of the box, and they get a chance to counter on us, and they've done so very well. Andre Silva through, but again, Greitbust in goal. Solid hand on that one, which is really positive. He's performing quite well today, which is a really good thing. I still think there's an opportunity to improve our goalkeeper moving forward, but on today's performance, he's done himself no harm. It's a decent counter-attack. Again, our defence was caught napping a little bit, and they've got sort of 3 players through on us, but the goalkeeper comes out and gets a really good hand on it. Here we go again. They're really trying to push us now, so they bring the ball on from a throw-in and work it around on their right-hand side in this sort of full-back area, and then it goes long again. Can our defence get to it? Yes, Kempf does on that occasion. Brilliant. Greitbus clears it. Marin tries to poke it forward to Batshuayi, but doesn't quite manage it, so they pick up the loose ball, and again they come forward, but their through ball was too long, and it goes off to a goal kick. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Full time. Lovely performance. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. We used our controlled possession. We kept the ball from them. We took our time and was patient with some of our build-ups, and then a couple of opportunities, both falling to Marin, who took them superbly, and we get a decent 2-0 win, and that stopped the rot of the last couple of results that have been a bit disappointing. So we're going to passionately say that I'm very happy with the way that you played. So that's all good. They're happy with that. I'm happy with that. We'll come out and see what that's done to our league position. You can see we're back up into 4th at the moment on goal difference. Not by much, but enough to put us in 4th. But again, that's exactly what we wanted. We've got a little bit of a gap between us and losing a European spot. So that gives us something to fight for. So we'll see what happens next time. Where are we going to come back next time, and who are we going to play? Let's go and have a look and see what's coming up in the not too distant future. Well, there's the thing, isn't it? There's another Bayern match. Can't really not put them in. They're the big wigs in the team, in the league, should I say, even though this season they've struggled a little bit. Where are they currently? Let's find out. They're currently, way below us in 7th, really, although 3 points difference. So we'll see where both teams are at when we come to play that game, but that will be the next one that we play together. We've got a couple more episodes in this particular save. We'll do one for Bayern Munich. We'll probably do one around Leipzig, maybe Dortmund or something, and then to finish off Hoffenheim and Werder Bremen type. So we've got 3 or 4 episodes still to do. We're looking good now, having had a decent result today. So yeah, I'm positive. We're back up into the fourth. Let's hope we can hold on to one of these European spots as the season moves forward. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed today. I will see you next episode. Bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.